In the quiet atelier of Molsheim, where the scent of leather and machine oil lingers like an eternal hymn to craftsmanship, something extraordinary was unfolding. The air itself seemed to hum with reverence, not for speed alone, but for art, legacy, and the intimate dialogue between man and machine. This was the birth of Programme Solitaire, Bugatti's most exclusive chapter, a promise whispered only to those who understood that perfection is not built, but sculpted breath by breath, curve by curve. For over a century, the art of coach building had flowed through Bugatti's veins like royal blood. From the delicate hands of artisans shaping aluminum to the bold sketches of visionaries designing motion itself, this tradition had never truly faded. It merely waited for the right moment to reawaken. That moment arrived with Solitaire. And from Solitaire's dream emerged a creation so pure, so personal, it seemed almost alive. They called it Brouillard, the French word for mist. Ettore Bugatti, the founding genius, had always believed that a car should possess the spirit of a living being, elegance in stance, grace in motion, and a touch of soul that machinery alone could never explain. His favorite horse, also named Brouillard, had embodied all of that. A thoroughbred of striking beauty, with a coat as white as the first snow and speckles as faint as dawn's early haze. The horse could even open his own stable door, thanks to a clever mechanism Ettore had built himself. A small miracle of mechanics and trust. It was said that Brouillard, the horse, carried Ettore not merely across the land, but into inspiration itself. And now, more than a century later, Bugatti's craftsmen sought to bring that same spirit back. Not with reins and saddle, but with carbon fiber, aluminum, and fire. The new Brouillard stood like a statue of speed and serenity. Built upon the zenith of Bugatti's engineering, the W16 platform, with its legendary 1,600 horsepower quad-turbocharged engine. It was both a culmination and a farewell. 2 decades of relentless refinement pulsed beneath its sculpted skin, each piston a heartbeat in an epic symphony of performance. But what truly set Brouillard apart was its poise. Like a painting guided by the golden ratio, every line and surface was crafted with the sensitivity of a sculptor's hand. The lower third, dressed in shadow-dark tones, seemed to melt into the earth, grounding the car like a dancer poised before the leap. Above it, lighter hues drifted toward the sky, making the car appear longer, lower, faster, even when perfectly still. The wheels appeared colossal, their polished edges reflecting the light like spinning mirrors. The aerodynamic philosophy of Brouillard did not shout its presence with spoilers and vents. It whispered efficiency. Air intakes were carved with purpose, guiding the invisible wind into harmony. The fixed ducktail wing, elegantly restrained, balanced the form and function, while the diffuser below transformed exhaust into art, shaping performance with invisible precision. Inside, Brouillard revealed a world where technology bowed to artistry. The cabin was a sanctuary, part cathedral, part studio, where every stitch, every curve spoke of devotion. Custom-woven Parisian fabrics embraced the seats, threads interlaced in tartan patterns that felt both aristocratic and intimate. The carbon fiber, tinted subtly green, glowed beneath the soft halo of light entering through a glass roof, a window to the heavens, filtering morning sunlight into shifting hues. The central spine, that unmistakable Bugatti signature, flowed seamlessly from exterior to interior, a metallic river connecting the car's soul from bonnet to tail. And through the glass panel above, it was visible like a heartbeat beneath translucent skin. Every surface bore the touch of an artisan. Horse motifs embroidered into the door panels, delicate and proud. Seatbacks marked with the emblem of motion and grace. The gear shifter itself, a single piece of machined aluminum, held within its heart a tiny glass capsule. Inside that capsule rested a handcrafted miniature of Ettore's beloved horse, frozen mid-gallop, eternal. For the owner, Brouillard was not just a car, it was a pilgrimage, a gathering of every whisper from Bugatti's past. The romance of the 1920s, the genius of Ettore, the courage of artisans who believed that machines could feel. Each bespoke detail was a verse in that ancient song, an ode to the moment when beauty meets motion. And as the atelier doors opened, Letting in the pale light of dawn, Brouillard stood ready, not for a racetrack, not for display, but for the journey that only a true Bugatti can take. One that travels through time, legacy, and imagination. Under the banner of Programme Solitaire, only 2 such masterpieces will be born each year. Each will breathe the same air of dedication. Each will carry its own soul. Built upon the trusted heart of Bugatti's powertrains, yes, but their bodies and interiors, like fingerprints, will belong to no one else. In Brouillard, the spirit of Ettore's horse gallops again, through the mist of memory, through the dream of creation. A perfect union of power, poetry, and the unbroken lineage of human genius. It is not merely a car. It is Bugatti reborn through mist, through metal, through art.